What do we got?
We got a 1850 Millard Fillmore Presidential Indian Peace Medal.
Was Millard Fillmore even a president?
Wasn't expected to be, but his predecessor died and put him in office. Indian peace medals are what the presidents gave the Indian chiefs when they made treaties with them. The chiefs really cherished them. Kind of a rare thing. I want to sell it because I think there's some good money to be made in it. I'd like to get $15,000 for it. I've seen these things, if they are real, they do have the provenance. They've gone from auction from high of $28,000 down to a low of $9,000.
Where'd you get it?
I got it at an online auction, done some research on it. They made about 125 of them. Later, they melted 25 of those down for the next presidents.
I've never had one in the shop before. I've seen them around. They're pretty damn rare.
Yes.
The cool thing is I know from other presidents, I've seen them go for, large amounts of money. You had one of the ones from George Washington, something like that. We're talking some big bucks there. Way back since George Washington, the United States government had an issue with the Native Americans. Just about every president up until this point would give out, peace medals to Indian chiefs, kind of as a sign of friendship. You figure in 1850 this happened, and then there wasn't very many given out after this. Pretty sure Lincoln didn't give any out, and then, it was almost all-out war with them. Very few of these peace medals were made, let alone recovered. So to have one come in the shop is a really big find, if it's real. We have the U.S. soldier there alongside the Indian Labor Virtue Honor. Do you know what it's made out of?
There's supposed to be 85% silver on the thing.
Okay. How much are you looking to get? Let's start there.
I've done some research. They're from $9,000 to $28,000. What I'd like to get is $15,000 for it.
And you got it from an online auction, huh?
Right.
Mind me asking how much you paid for it?
I'd rather not.
It looks like it could be old enough, and if you're gonna fake one, why would you fake Millard Fillmore?
Yeah.
It's just a weird one. It's just a weird one to fake.
Yes, sir.
It looks like it's old enough, but it looks like it was made to look old enough too. We got quite a few red flags here, mainly being the silver content that you told me about. That thing should weigh about twice as much as it does. There might be some kind of story where a guy got a contract and tried to, cheat the U.S. government. Plenty of guys have done it over the course of time. And it wasn't like they had, X-rays and CAT scan machines back then. I'm gonna bring in a buddy of mine named Dave who specializes in antique coins.
Okay.
And if it's legit, we'll make a deal.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be right back.
Thank you. I'd like to think that this one's real. It's scary to buy it online, but it's a fun journey to figure this thing out.
How you doing?
Doing good.
All right.
Well, Indian Peace Medal.
Ah, who doesn't love Indian peace medals? My expertise is in ancient, early medieval coins. I also dabble quite strongly in early federal United States coinage. Millard Fillmore, one of our most beloved presidents. Peace medals as a category of collectibles are just so popular, and these are rare. There have to be less than 20 known Fillmore Peace Medals, certainly less than 10% of those that were probably actually issued.
So what do you know about Indian peace medals?
The first American peace medals, the United States government peace medals, were struck under George Washington starting in 1789. It shows a settler instructing an Indian in the ways of modern agriculture. And behind is a very large American flag. It's a very patriotic design.
You think the Indians liked getting them, or do you think there was kind of...
Well, we know they liked getting them. Contemporary paintings and then later photographs show Indians wearing them proudly. Sometimes they'll have 2 or 3 of them, indicating that their father and then their grandfather had received them from earlier presidents. So these were highly prized by Indians, and often when they were buried, they would take their Indian peace medals with them.
Okay.
Which probably explains why so few are actually known.
I've got a few issues. It's way too light to be made of, coin silver. From what I know, that's what they should be made out of, correct?
Yeah, they should be high purity silver.
Okay, so do you think it's real?
I'm going to check it with a loupe just to make sure. Indian peace medals range in value from a few $1,000s to perhaps well over $1 million for the right one. The way to tell is even if a medal like this that's very strongly die struck is worn from circulation or handling, it will still maintain all of the extremely fine details in the recesses, which are not touched by the wear. The weakness here is really substantial. The letters fade out at numerous points, and the concentric circles within the border are fuzzy, and they would be extremely sharp because they're in protected areas.
So what do you think?
Unfortunately, it is not authentic. This is a cast counterfeit,
Okay.
probably fairly recently. Unfortunately, it would have been a very valuable item had it been genuine.
Thanks again, my man.
Thank you. All right.
Have a good day. Appreciate
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
This one was not a particularly good counterfeit. The first rule of thumb for collecting coins is buy the book before you buy the coin.
I'm gonna have to pass, my man.
Well, thank you.
Take care. If you get anything else, bring it back.
Yes, sir. Even though the experts said it's not real, don't concur with that, why would anybody fake a Fillmore? They hated him as a president.